comes down to this. For one of these teams, they will be booking their spot in next seasons of RLCS, but for the other one, they'll have to drop down to the rival series, and that would be such a huge blow. But for Quinn, I want to just pose a question to you immediately. We've just watched CLG lose a phenomenal series up against FlyQuest. How's it going to affect them coming into this?
It's going to affect them a lot. Imagine how it affects you.
I don't lose, so it never affects me.
Yeah, okay, buddy, all right. It sucks. It sucks to lose, and especially in the middle of a tournament, you can't let that affect you. You know, this is their last lives here. Dapper, Miho, Timmy. These guys are mainstays of competitive Rocket League since before Season 1. I mean,
Yes.
they have not just, I mean, their pride to play for, but a little bit of their ego, I guess, just their history to prove themselves as a player. And I think that right now, that's a lot of pressure to be put on them.
Whilst for Allegiance, we see them on the other side of the field. They will be playing in orange throughout this series. It's their opportunity for redemption. They had a terrible season back in Season 4. I believe going 0-7 and having the most saves we've ever seen out of any team, but probably a team that we were looking at just going, you never really gave yourselves a chance. For them, if they can win this, this will be their chance to bounce back from that and show off what they are capable of. And they're going to start off in the best way possible. Almost, though. Bounces off the post. Shots fired, though, and Allegiance, a statement of intent.
Yeah, it looks like the Allegiance actually thought that ball was going to go on in. We saw both the two teammates give up early.
Very hard, though, to read the bounce off the ball when it comes off the post, so might not have been able to get there anyway. It's now going to be Miho. It's going to be loose for the time being. Seabass just launches away. Gives his team time to get the boost back. Dapper up high. Miho ends up missing. That's going to go back up to Seabass. Tries to force a challenge. And there's going to be the shadowing player in the form of Illusion. Seen a much more aggressive Allegiance ever since they dropped down to the lower bracket earlier on today. Have been happy just to launch players forwards. Get 3 men ahead of the ball.
Especially with how well Tyler's been playing. You want to just keep that guy on offense as much of the game as you can.
Now Miho, he's just going to see if he can take the sniper shot, and he hits his target.
Yeah, Miho getting that lead early for CLG. That's going to do something to sell their nerves there, and a great 50-50 from Dapper, just putting that ball right in front of Miho.
And we were saying that Allegiance were happier to move players forward, maybe a little bit too happy there. No one back to stop Miho from taking the shot, and Miho, he's been a player that I have been impressed with today. When he gets space, he's making the most of it. And now Tyler can't get the shot that would have put us at 1 goal apiece. And now Dapper on the ball. He's got Illusion by himself. Just fakes it past. Phenomenal, but a great last-ditch save from Seabass. And we will stay 1-0.
That was a fantastic job, but that save from Seabass to be able to get a touch on that ball very last second, that was halfway in.
I think Dapper could have played that one much better, but still couldn't find the back of the net. Seabass straight into the blue side. Timmy does get a demo on Tyler, so Seabass is gonna have to wait for a late rotating in Illusion. Just couldn't get contact. Illusion up high. Miho, gotta try and keep this one careful. Seabass is loitering around, and he will take control. If that was on target, that could have been in the back of the net. Now Seabass gets beat on the challenge. Where is the third man? He's just rotating in the form of Illusion. And Seabass's touch will just tap it straight on to Dapper, who's got Miho waiting in the middle. Gonna try and go for the double tap. Miho, so close to making that 2.
Yeah, we've seen Miho all day go for those solo goals. He does not want to leave this destiny in his team's hands, it feels like.
Dapper just gonna get beat to the ball by Seabass, who wants to get it out. Should be plenty of time for Tyler to take control. Maybe not that much time, however. Miho comes forward, and that opens up so much space for Counter Logic Gaming. Unable to do too much with it so far, and everyone from Allegiance is behind the ball, ready to rotate into the correct position. Miho almost gets the tap down, but Tyler has it covered. Looking for a clear. Illusion straight back over to Seabass, back over to Illusion yet again. Almost tried to get himself a block. But now Timmy is taking his time. He's got Miho over to his left, but instead wants to take it over to the corner, put it into a position where Allegiance would struggle to transition into a good offensive position. CLG, they're just looking at the timer at this point, and that's a huge challenge. Timmy gonna make it 2-0.
Oh, this pinch, just what a touch here. You see Timmy trying to pressure the ball. Illusion actually, he pushes that towards his teammate, but as Timmy and Dapper just converge all on the ball, that's going to be unfortunate there for Allegiance. Nobody in the net to cover that.
It's such a dangerous place where you try and force a challenge. If you are on the side of the field, ball's got nowhere else but to go infield. And if you lose that challenge, it could very well be heading towards your net. That's exactly what happened there. Now Illusion wants to try and fake out Miho, who's going to take out Tyler. Now, has he got any options coming up behind him? Yes, he has. Dapper, though, thinking that the ball is too close to the net, and he is probably right. Does not want to follow that one up. For Counter Logic Gaming, this is the start that they needed, especially coming in off that loss. Now Timmy. Timmy pushed all the way up. Illusion wants to try and find Seabass, but part of that plan involved Seabass having boost. And the Legions are getting smothered right now. It's going to be Miho's opportunity to take a shot, but instead he plays it loose.
And we see more of this lateral play here coming from Allegiance. If they're going to want to get this ball out of their half, they're going to have to start seeing some dribbles or some more aggressive clears here.
And if there was one thing that we didn't complain about when it came to Counter Logic Gaming, it was the amount of boost that they were collecting. Timmy, more boost used than anybody throughout the entirety of league play. And if Allegiance decide to hold players back, that gives Counter Logic Gaming all the space in the world to come forward and nab a couple of boosts on their side. Now going to be available. Seabass with the shot. Miho with the save. And now with 15 seconds remaining, Allegiance have got to try and find a goal, but that clear could more or less spell the end of this game for them. Seabass over. He's got Illusion forward, who's going to go charging down for Miho, takes him out, and now with 4 seconds remaining, they've given themselves a chance.
Yeah, this was a fantastic effort here. They recognized no boost here on any of the CLG members and waiting, Seabass waiting for Illusion to just bully that defender. What a play there.
Now they've got to come out of this kickoff well. They're lucky that it's not a triple middle one, otherwise it could be faked out. Ball up high. This is a chance for them. Illusion, he's got options in the middle. The touch wasn't great, and Miho will take it away. Ball touches the floor. Game 1 to CLG.
CLG doing a really strong job of just suffocating Allegiance. We've seen Allegiance, a team that likes to play defensively, really getting punished for it. They're getting what they asked for.
Yeah, they just seem like they struggle a little bit at the backside. I feel like they need to keep the rotation and the speed of the game much higher than it currently is, because it offers those 2 back boosts away. And we know for a fact that CLG, they can be very fancy with the way they play, but they can also hit you really hard and take your cards away. If they are staying still, it not only offers the back boosts available, but it offers a player that can be gone and just taken out.
Yeah, that's a great point. We saw a lot of bullying there coming from CLG, and really with the amount of boost that they were taking, I'm not sure Allegiance was ready for just how much boost that we see CLG consumes. They're constantly sending players forward. We saw that pinch goal from just having Timmy and Dapper converge on the ball at the same time. They're not afraid to send players forward to take risks with that boost, and Allegiance, we didn't see a response from them.
No, but still, plenty of game to play. Remember, this is a best-of-7 series, and if the last series told us anything, first games, you know, they don't really tell us all too much. These longer series tend to have much longer storylines where we see teams go up and down. They fluctuate in terms of their skill levels. And I expect to see a lot of the same in this one, especially with so much on the line, where they know for a fact that the mistakes will cost them.
Yeah, expect to see Allegiance adapt to that boost control. I mean, especially when CLG is going to be sending players forward to take their boosts, playing off the counterattack there, that's where Allegiance are going to be successful.
It's going to be open and available for Tyler, who gets the ball taken away from him. Open net, though. Will it drop down just in time? No, but Timmy turns it into his own net.
Oh, Timmy, what a way to start this second game. This is going to be unfortunate for him. Illusion with that great first bounce touch, and just take a look here. Oh, he thought he needed to go for that off the bounce. That's just a misread.
9 seconds in, Allegiance pick themselves up the goal, their second goal of this series. This time around, taking the lead. We saw just how well FlyQuest could do from the same position during the last series. Can they replicate that? It's going to be another boomer down the field. Will it be followed? No. What a pinch just off the backboard, but still, Counter Logic Gaming on the offense. Dapper misses the ball. It's going to be Miho, shot on target. 2 players committed, but Seabass can keep this going. Misses anyway, and Timmy just wanted to bury that into the bottom right-hand corner. Only a couple of inches away. Timmy, once again, he is just smacking this board as hard as possible, and it's having the desired effect. Once again, opening up Allegiance.
Well, if you pay attention to the second man here on Allegiance, not following the ball close enough, and as a result, there's continuous openings. The second we see CLG touch the ball, a slightest interference, and we don't see anybody from Allegiance there to follow up.
1 goal apiece, not even a minute into game number 2. Miho takes his time. He's got Illusion right in front of him, though, who can play this all the way out. Timmy, he might have just set it up. This one won't be an own goal, but it's still a desperate situation as Allegiance looking to storm the net. Not Tyler, all the way over to the side. He's got players now starting to rotate back. Allegiance a little bit too close to one another, but they have sorted it out. Seabass off the backboard. Where will the follow-up be? Timmy, though. Him going up just made the Allegiance offensive player believe that there was touch coming in. Just enough. Now off the backboard. It's going to be tapped down, and what a shot there from Mio. What a game he's having.
Yeah, this shot here actually punishes a big double commit here from Allegiance. You see right there, Not Tyler, he goes up for the ball at the same time as Seabass, and there's nobody there to follow up on that play.
Both goals in this game coming off just powerful shots bounced straight off the backboard and then followed up by Counter Logic Gaming. We know for a fact that they're going to be taking notes on that one and continuously aiming for it. Inside of Allegiance, they've got to get that cleaned up. Dapper up to the side. He's only got 10 boost. He's also got 1 less man to aim for. Maybe no people to aim for at all. And now Timmy respawning, going to be in the perfect position to try and take that ball away. Allegiance keep jumping for balls that they think CLG are going to touch. And it means that they end up missing because CLG, they're whiffing a couple of these. But Allegiance are in no position to take advantage of that.
Yeah, especially with the multiple overcommits that we've seen from them. They typically take themselves out of position to follow up on a play before it's ever happened.
Not Tyler puts the ball up high. Will there be a follow-up? There is a man on the left. Puts it straight down, and there is not going to be a triple commit from Allegiance. That does leave a 2-1 lead to Counter Logic Gaming, looking to try and make it 3 goals to 1. Timmy all the way up. He has won the challenge. Dapper finds himself too close to the goal, though. Spent more time trying to set himself up to take the shot rather than putting himself in a perfect position to take a good shot. That could drop all the way down. Almost 2 players there, but neither makes significant enough contact to turn it into the back of the net. But this is a chance for Allegiance. Not Tyler looking for demos, but he won't be able to get anyone. And that's going to be a lot of boost wasted on him. And no block means CLG can escape.
And that's been a consistent trend in this game. A lack of 50-50s and pressure on the clears here coming from Allegiance.
Oh, Lucian can get there, and Miho was blocked off. 2 goals apiece, 2 goals remaining, or 2 minutes remaining. Take a look at this one. Seabass just sees Miho starting to come back, and I don't know if Miho could have got back anyway, but still, create chaos where you can.
Yeah, this here was just both players here on CLG with no boost rotating at the same time. They need to make sure one player's always on defense so they can maintain that lead. That's a key factor to being able to maintain pressure in this game. Oh!
What a save there from Dapper. I don't know how much he knew about that one, apart from the fact that he just had to jump and hope for it. Timmy, ball up high. He's got Dapper, who won't get their first shot. Is on target, but Miho is there in time. And that is a poor touch there from Seabass, opening an opportunity for Counter Logic Gaming to go on the counter attack. As they've stolen a little bit of boost, and then they're going to rotate themselves back. Playing more of a long game here are CLG. Miho bounces the ball off the side. Not Tyler, not going to control this one too well. Opens up more space for Miho, who is not the player I would want to be giving too much time on the ball, but now Not Tyler almost able to get there, but Dapper reads the play incredibly well. Now Allegiance with their chance shot once again, but Dapper will save it. Now Illusion just has to watch as the ball flies past him. 1 minute remaining, 2 goals apiece. If Counter Logic Gaming can win this one, then they will go 2 games up, but this shot will not be enough.
We've seen so many of these great offensive efforts here coming from Allegiance, but as they push this ball across the net, there's just nobody to follow up.
Now that is a big challenge. Forces the ball back over to the orange side of the field. Timmy already up, gets it over to Dapper, who will be beat in the air. You are passing to Dapper, you pretty much have to put it a little bit closer to the floor. That is where he tends to excel a little bit more. Seabass, lovely pinch against the floor from him, but only straight over to Miho. Not Tyler. Gives it straight over to Dapper. He can follow this one up. Off the side, Seabass needs to play this one well. He had two people right in front of him. He's done incredibly well to take this to the midfield. Now he could probably set up one of his teammates. He does, and into the back of the net.
Here's Seabass. He spots Tyler coming up on the far side of that, all the way to his right, and he just waits for that pinch, and that is such a good play. Timmy is waiting to see Seabass, what he's going to do when he drops off that ball, and that little bit of time buys him the space to make the assist.
9 seconds now. Counter Logic Gaming need to try and find some offensive opportunity. Miho gets the ball up, but Timmy is being tripped up by Seabass, and they won't be able to do it. An incredible turnover play by Seabass will be the difference maker in game number 2. They are currently 1 game apiece, but that was just incredible. You've got 2 players in front of you. Seabass not only takes it past them both, but with very low boost, he sets up Tyler. That's the difference maker.
Yeah, we saw already in that game just the first 4 minutes of that game were consistent overcommits there on the side of Allegiance, and we saw them struggling to get their own half. A lot of pressure coming from CLG, and it felt like their first 2 goals were, I don't want to say a little bit lucky, catching CLG on simple mistakes on the counterattack. It's only until the very end that we saw what can happen when Allegiance plays with a little bit more patience.
Well, seeing very high-scoring games so far. Nothing really, but it's like a 1-0 lead or anything like that. These teams are going on it. It might be a case of a slightly tighter defense could be all it takes to book your way into Season 6 of the RLCS. But 1 game apiece. We're now at a best of 5. We've seen both these teams doing what they do well. Now, what do you want to see changed from either of these teams?
Right now, Allegiance, I think it's their nerves. I think that they're just miscommunicating. We see a lot of overcommits. So many mistakes coming from the sides of CLG that opened up the space, especially in that midfield. How many times did we see Allegiance? It felt like giving up that ball in the midfield, giving up space and control because there were overcommits. They would just send 2 players towards the ball, and the third guy's like, oh, well, now I can't go for that. I got to return.
Yeah, we did see them do this very well against Out of Style, where the positioning was a little bit more loose. They were happier to use the lateral movement with passes. But this time around, being very centralized. And that could go the entire length of the pitch, forcing Dapper. I don't remember the last kickoff goal I saw that's just straight in from the very first touch. But this is going to be a long shot there from Tyler. Just lifts it from the midfield and finds the net.
Oh, and just great control there. He actually keeps that ball so close to him. The defender charged him immediately and was still not able to get in front of that ball. That was the key there to get space on that shot.
Wasn't quite able to beat the series record of 9 seconds for a goal, but still, 12 seconds is very impressive nonetheless. It's going to be a Lucian chasing back as Seabass waits in the middle, but you can already see CLG. They are noticing that player in the midfield and are happier to challenge. I could go the entire length of the pitch once again, and Miho, he will just tap that one in. That 1-goal lead did not last long at all.
Oh, no, it did not. Here you see Tyler. He tries to find a Lucian out in the middle there, but putting that ball so far forward just makes that really an easy interference play.
Only 30 seconds gone in this game. We've already had 2 goals scored. Effectively a game reset right there. So Lucian, once again, they're starting to use that lateral movement, but nothing too dangerous on the CLG net. Miho up high. Gonna follow up his own touch. He's got off the backboard. Timmy already there. Looks for Miho. Can't quite get it, but Dapper will just come in. And that is a poacher's goal if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, this is great predatory instincts here from Dapper. Seeing him come in pressure, even though he's got 2 teammates already committed towards the ball, he spots just how flat-footed those defenders are and sees that opening open up.
Dapper, he's got an opportunity here. Tyler going for the boost pickup. Does do well enough, but now Timmy gonna try and follow this one up himself. Miho, part of the rotation, looks for a side pass, but there will be no one over there. Still gonna give an opportunity for Counter Logic Gaming to sort out their rotation. Might not be worth too much, however. Timmy controls, flicks up high. It's gonna be a follow from Miho, but realizes it's already gonna miss it. Now Tyler. This is becoming a little bit too much of a set play from Allegiance. They tried it once again, but with nobody around. Kind of gives a little bit of an option of, okay, you guys are just sort of doing this one rather than playing the situation that you're in. Miho going to continue to follow. Seabass, though, wins the challenge. Now Seabass, he's got the ball, but does he have the boost? No, he does not. Absolutely nothing on him. Means that he's easy pickings for the oncoming defender. Although Illusion, he's got multiple touches here. Could open up some space, and that's a big bump. miho straight back down. Counter Logic Gaming, their loose third, just sticking around in the final third of Allegiance. We already saw it with Timmy's goal. We just saw it once again there. Something that Allegiance needs to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, we've seen Allegiance break out of their own half, but really solid efforts here from CLG just to keep cutting them off. Look, you see Dapper, there's always a player turning on the wall to be able to cut off this midfield play.
miho was up high. Seabass can't get too much there, and now miho can continue to follow. Tried to get an awkward bounce from the corner, but wasn't awkward enough. Still, CLG continuing to prod away, and that is going to be a triple commit. Illusion has to do well here, but it's still CLG with the ball in the final third. miho gets enough with his challenge. Finally cleared, and Seabass taking his time. He's realized that Dapper is nowhere near, can take it the entire way, but the second touch not powerful enough. Second shot, though, from Tyler will be. Now we're at 2 goals apiece.
Yeah, here's Seabass, even without the boost that he needs to make the play. There's a huge defensive error there from Timmy. You watch, he doesn't rotate straight back into the net. He moves up onto the backboard. He expects the clear and the save to happen there, and he leaves his teammate in the dust.
Neither team able to settle themselves into a comfortable lead so far this game. Every single time someone is up, just clawed back. Now Dapper gonna go midfield. Timmy was waiting around, but he wasn't on the right side, he was on the left. Now Seabass is gonna require one of his teammates if they want to get rid of this, but neither teammate able to read it. Now Dapper can go the entire length of the pitch. Great challenge from him. Seabass can't react to this. 3 goals to 2. Timmy scores.
Oh, and one effort here from Dapper. Look at this air dribble. Oh, getting that dunk as well and bouncing off the post here. Unfortunately for Seabass, not much you can do there.
Just want to see someone on the backboard from Allegiance. That would give them more options. Once you've got 2 players on the goal line, you already have 1 player that can take every single option that they have there. Why not get someone on the backboard? Why not have someone that can be an option to either clear to or get up to those sort of challenges with much less boost used? Tyler, he might have opened this up for Seabass! And once again, Quinn, a lead is immediately responded to.
Yeah, here, the goalie just getting bumped all the way out of net there and missing that final touch. More mistakes happening. This pressure here really affecting both of these 2 teams. The slightest of mistakes leading to goals. Usually
in this sort of situation, I'd say a goal in the last 90 seconds would be crucial, but with the way this has been going, that would probably be answered in the next 2 seconds. Tyler. Giving it to miho, gets it over to Dapper, just about missing the play, and now the counter-attack can happen. But taking too much time, Allegiance needs to be very direct with their passing plays. Every time you loft it like that, it gives Counter Logic Gaming more time to get back. Illusion to the side, Dapper on target. Looking to transition, they've got it past 1. That could roll this way all the way to the net, but Dapper able to get himself back in time. Now the shot won't be enough to trouble Timmy. 50 seconds remaining now. Still all tied by 3 goals apiece. miho wants the control. He's done very well with this. The ball back into the corner. It's still Allegiance on the offensive.
You can already see Allegiance here just waiting for a mistake, but oh, that's a big double commit. They're gonna have to give up possession.
And that's not a great back pass, opening opportunities for a block. Tyler, straight off the backboard. This is what we saw CLG doing incredibly well off earlier on. Now Allegiance looking to try and make it their own, but a big clear straight over to Timmy, just over the top. That's taking out defender. Seabass has to do well here, but he hasn't got contact. Counter Logic Gaming, they've got 14 seconds to try and avoid overtime. Gonna go off the corner. Who will be first? It's gonna be Tyler. CLG happy to move back. They don't want to overcommit. Now Illusion tried to set it up in the middle, but we will hit overtime. Allegiance having a very good overtime records throughout their season. But that is going to add to it. 7 seconds is all it took.
Yeah, here, look at this touch from Tyler coming up off the ceiling. Dapper, he goes for that aerial a little bit too far. He needs to be protecting his net there, and he's getting punished for it. With only 7 seconds, what? Just way to take that game there for Allegiance, sneaking that win in what felt like a really back and forth battle.
Coming into today, Allegiance had won themselves 7 overtimes. This time around, it only took them 7 seconds to win this. And now that is a big win for them. Counterlogic Gaming and Allegiance. I honestly don't think we can separate them right now. This is the reason why I'm so glad we are using the best of 7, because these guys are answering everything, not only in terms of games, but in terms of goals.
Right, yeah, we see them reacting very well to each other. There's a lot of adaptations, but they're also doing a good job really, you know, being able to make changes to their game plan and really react well. Every time there's a mistake, they capitalize well on it, and that's been, I want to say, majority of the goals, right? It feels like small mistakes being capitalized on. You can see here, even Miho, 5 shots. That means he's going for a lot of interference play and getting off those quick shots. And I think, for the most part, from Counterlogic especially, these guys have been doing a great job, I think, pressuring. It just hasn't come together on defense.
Yeah, for me, it's been a case of whoever's been the quickest shadowing player has always seemed to get the goal. We saw it to start off the game where there was an immediate shot from Tyler that went in within like 12 seconds. And then we saw it as the game continued on where it's not necessarily the first challenge that is making the difference. It's the person that follows up the challenge the quickest that is getting the goals.
Well, I mean, that shadow, it's so important that you have a player there, because whatever happens to the first ball, it's not like on either team, you can't predict that so well, right? Whatever happens at 50-50, that ball's going to bleed out. You need that player close to be able to follow up on the ball to make something happen.
Starting ourselves off here in game number 4, Allegiance. 2 games to 1 up against Counterlogic Gaming. A demo there from Illusion opens up space for Tyler. Now Seabass has got passing options, instead chooses to take it himself as Tyler went for some bumps. Way to the corner, it's over to Illusion, tries to get it back to Tyler. Timmy, he was in absolutely no man's land, and he will be more than happy to see that his opponents just couldn't make contact with the ball.
Yeah, not just flat-footed, but with no boost as well.
Oh, poor Timmy, he is just getting bullied over in the back. And Seabass will make it a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, that's a great trap there. And also getting Dapper out of the way. There's a huge play. Just what a way for Allegiance to start this game off.
I'm waiting for the game that we just don't see a goal in the opening minutes. But
you don't want to ask for that,
These
man.
teams don't do calm Rocket League. This has been explosive every single time. And you know what? Yeah, you're right. I would not ask for anything else to round us out for North America this season. That's going to go long, and Tyler can't do a thing about it. Miho gets himself on the board.
And this was a good effort here, but there, you just see how dangerous it is to send that ball in off the corner and potentially give a good clear. If you don't have a player ready on defense, you see how easy it is to just launch that clear on in.
We've seen a lot of goals being scored pretty quickly from kickoffs. Does that have anything to do with the fact that they both go for double boost kickoffs? How does that affect your rotation?
Yeah, when you go for that double boost kickoff, I mean, then you're missing that third player who's that safety net for you. You're missing that person who can help you out. Going for that double boost, that's just greed to the penultimate.
Don't say that. I go for the double boost kickoff.
You're a greedy boy.
You just hurt my feelings there, bud. Timmy sat on the goal line. He's going to get beat to this, and the shot was on target. But Miho, who's playing the games of his life today, the savior there, but he won't be able to do anything. Seabass runs head first, and he will win the challenge.
How many times have we seen him in this series go for these slow dribble plays? His 50-50 game has been excellent. What a play to take that lead back.
Just catches it with the rear end of the car. 2-1 now to Allegiance. The goal fiesta has continued in game number 4. And now Seabass, shot on target, won't be enough to challenge Miho. Dapper wants to go over the top of Illusion. Great recovery from him. The fact that none of his teammates came out means that they can try and get this one away. Seabass just over the top. Only over to Dapper. Tyler, he will take a shot of his own. Allegiance looking for space. They might have got it. Seabass creates his own space. Hat trick within 2 minutes.
Yeah, here we see a big boost screen coming from Dapper. He goes all the way to that wave boost and then starts crossing the line, and Timmy cannot get back in time. This whole team greeting for boost. Really, we just talked about it, how important it is to have that safety net, and you're seeing what happens when you don't.
They have just been tearing this apart. Allegiance, if they can hold on to this, they will go on to match point. Seabass wants to turn around, but Timmy is already taking it away from him. Now Miho, he's got space opened up, but immediately challenged. At this point right now, it's time for Allegiance to start showing off those saves that they had back in Season 4. They have not been desperate for goals at all, but None of them really knowing how to deal with Timmy. Lucian lofting the ball up high. Seabass with the drop down, and Tyler, he's thinking about this one, and instead it's gonna be Seabass. 4 goals and only half the game played. Seabass is popping off.
Yeah, seeing here, watching miHo going out of boost there, there's nothing he can do. Seabass going for that second follow-up, putting it all into his own hands.
This is what you want. In a series like this, where everything is on the line, not only for you, but for you as an org as well, this is the time where you want a player like Seabass to just step up to levels that we've never seen him before in the RLCS. Now it's Dapper taking his own shot.
And we see Seabass, he steps up right when we start to see Tyler kind of just passing off that baton. He started with 4 goals, and now we see Seabass.
We've seen it from every single player today from Allegiance. It started off with Tyler, passed over to AJ, but it's going to be Dapper with a phenomenal double tap. And it's a 2-goal difference with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, that's still plenty of time to make this happen here. And that's just, that's a first great touch there. And
it's the first mistake from Seabass in a long time.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That first mistake, nothing more than that.
We get into this. CLG will believe that they can still make this one. Another long clear like that. They've caught a couple of goals that way. Want to try and catch one more off the backboards. Timmy gets it all the way out. Will Dapper half rotate? It looks like he's going to have to go into. These clears won't really do too much, but the double commit. Cutting across rotation there from miHo. Can't afford to do that. Now a Lucian. Just going to continue to challenge everything as Allegiance. Want to convert this 2-goal lead that they currently have. miHo off the backboard. Tyler. He tries for it. He fails for it. The shot goes straight into the body of Seabass. Dapper with the follow-up. Tries to drop it straight down from the arc. But the shot was too low. But this one off the crossbar and eventually turned in. Dapper has turned this into a real match.
Yeah, Dapper, this is a fantastic shot here. First, looking from miHo, you see that comes down off of the crossbar and just bouncing on that line there.
Minute and 10 remaining, and now suddenly Allegiance will be forced to sweat. 1 goal is the difference. Already up, Dapper gonna continue to follow, almost gets the block, but instead it's gonna be all down to Timmy! Off the side, then the follow-up from miHo won't be enough. Dapper with just no boost off the crossbar this time. Allegiance just holding on to their 1-goal lead, but barely. Now down to Timmy, can't get it past the defender. Seabass just wants to get a block. That can turn its way all the way in. And now wipe the sweat from your brow there, Allegiance. You've just picked up a miracle goal.
Yeah, this here, there is no way anybody from CLG could have seen that coming in underneath the ball. That's all that happened to make that 50-50 go the wrong way.
Heartbreaking there from CLG. They were so close to a goal on so many occasions, but now they've got to find 2 within the next 40 seconds. Could be even further away as Tyler wants to try and chase that one down, but it's an open net. Why have Allegiance sent everyone forward with so little time remaining?
They already had that goal secured. You're absolutely right. Sending so many players forward is a huge mistake as Tyler, as the 3rd man back there, it is just so important that he is able to secure his net, at least stall a few seconds for your teammate.
The belt has been tightened yet again. And Allegiance with a 1-goal lead that they need to scrape to hold on to. That is an open opportunity. Dapper with the shot straight over to Timmy. Wants to put it straight down for miHo. Into the net. 5 goals all.
Oh, this pass here is so good at the very end. It just completely demolishes this defense. You see here, Timmy, he expects that first shot. Tyler does, and miHo just lurking, waiting for that pass.
This game could be showing off the difference in experience between these 2 teams because Allegiance panicking in these last few minutes, whilst Counterlogic Gaming so cool under pressure, taking their time, and no team that is really feeling the nerves would ever go for a passing play like that when it's right next to the goal. So now as we head to the final few seconds, overtime does lurk. Dapper can't control. He's going to be forced to bring in Timmy. Going to be dangerous. Another launch. Now they need to get this ball touching the floor, which they will. Overtime, Allegiance, if they win this, they go to series point. Going to be loose to start with. Timmy already up. He's challenged by Tyler, who does win. Dapper gets blocked. Now Miho wants to take his time, but nobody here from Allegiance wants to give any space at all. That could be in the net. Illusion, top left-hand corner.
Illusion, look at this shot, just rifling it. Tyler, that pressure, he brings that ball up off into the ceiling, and Timmy, there's nothing he can do to stop that ball.
They made it hard for themselves, but Allegiance are one game away from knocking RLCS longtime combatants in the form of Counter Logic Gaming, and this is going so wrong now for Counter Logic. They've been so close every single time, but we're going to take one more look at one of those goals, one of many here. We had 11, but this one was certainly the best of all of them. Seabass, one touch, and then suddenly he realizes he's got another opportunity. You know, the last time I saw something like that, JNAPS at DreamHack Leipzig.
Yeah, and to be compared to JNAPS, I mean, that just speaks to the form that Seabass is in. To land off of that back wall and come straight back down, not even a second of hesitation. That just speaks to the premeditated thought, the focus that's in these guys' minds. They want this bad.
Dude, I need to just take a second here, take a couple of breaths in me, and I can't imagine how bad it is for these guys. This is a war that we're seeing on the field. Defense has just been completely forgotten about. We don't need defense anymore. This is just a shooting gallery of goals.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen just how carried away, excuse me, we see these players get where the second that their attack is starting to come together, as soon as they have some pressure and the boost control starts to really layer on, we start to see that third man lurk up from both teams, and it's leading to so many extra goals.
One game away. Allegiance knocked down in the last season promotional tournament. Can it go their way this time around? Well, we'll find out later. We'll find out later.
Just in a few minutes, Miho's popping out of that game real quick. This is going to be good, honestly, for CLG.
CLG, they need 3 games in a row. They can't afford anything else. And you know what? If Miho needs to go and get something sorted, I 100% agree with that, because this is everything to these teams. This is their entire livelihoods. This is a needed win for Counter Logic Gaming. Yeah, this is going to be a first for I think any of these 3 players to not be in the RLCS across any season. Actually, Timmy and Miho, I'm not sure in Season 1 if they were there, but still, this is a huge thing to mention. I mean, for the teams that are inside the RLCS, we talk all the time, Shogun, about the bottom tier going into the rival series. There's just that gap between the players on the bubble and the players in the RLCS. To see a team like Allegiance just come in here and really start to smack CLG around a little bit, I mean, that's no joke. I mean, let's not take away from this. This is kind of showing what the rival series is all about, because if Allegiance take this, both of our rival series challengers will be making it into the next season of the RLCS. These are teams that have spent time toiling away, practicing against one another, scrimming against one another, and they've come into this tournament hoping to pick up their win. And now we could see both of them making it. There is one game away. Let's do this. Allegiance want to try and finish this off on Urban, and that shot needed to be on target. The follow-up from Seabass on target, though. 6 seconds, and Allegiance have a lead. Yeah, just starting this one off with a bang here. You see them both go for the ball, and Miho missing that aerial there. That was a very odd trajectory for him to go up there. I wonder if he just jumped incorrectly or what happened. It could honestly be nerves. It could honestly be a case of, I don't trust what's going on. We honestly can't get in his head for that sort of thing. All we know is it went wrong. I can tell you, any pause in this situation, any break, any interference, that's going to be affecting you. There's so much nerve, so much adrenaline happening in these players right now. For Allegiance, they're going to see if they can keep this newly found offensive style going. I feel like if they do now suddenly start to drop back into defense, they'll give themselves too much time to think and maybe have the nerves catch up to them. Seabass, he's got Tyler. He will find him. Tries to get past Miho, and they've managed to do it. Back over to Seabass. Now Illusion is the third. Very aggressive rotation coming out from Allegiance. They want that second goal. Tyler pushing it straight to the corner. Now Miho just swiped away. Illusion, 0 boost for him. But here's the Shadow players. We've brought this up numerous times. Almost able to find themselves another scoring opportunity. Dapper, though, gets the ball loose. But Illusion booms the ball back downfield. Here's Seabass. Wants to try and follow it up. It's going to be Timmy, though. Just trying to get to the corner. Illusion has got this one covered, but Tyler hasn't been able to read that at all. Everyone from Allegiance is back. Might not make a difference, though, if shots like that keep coming in. Illusion can't make contact. This is CLG's opportunity to press the matter, but Dapper is all the way back. Setting up Timmy, who is beat to the ball. Allegiance, boost control and boost management incredibly good right now, because every time CLG go to the air, they're being caught.
Yeah, but unfortunately for them, they're still struggling to find their teammates on their clears, and as a result, you see CLG, they're doing a really good job maintaining possession. There's no danger coming from them at all.
It's in the middle, off the backboard, but everyone is out of position. It's going to be a late half rotation from Tyler, just wants to keep it away from the defense. Now played out, and you can see Allegiance, this is what it means to them. Players all the way back. Oh, it's going to be a setup to Seabass, not on target. Seabass flicks the ball up, going to allow the third to come in, but Tyler is on no boost at all. And this is CLG's opportunity. If they can steal some boosts, which they haven't been able to do, they could really press the matter. Illusion can't get there, almost. Dapper can't make contact, any contact at all, would have put that ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, those are opportunities that you cannot give up right now if you're CLG. They're on their last legs.
Seabass going to be forced to watch that ball drop straight down. Gonna work out better for him as Illusion starts rotating. It might not matter as Dapper looking for the play over the top.
And that was also a very unfortunate demolition spawn there.
Oh, Timmy's got this one set. It's gonna drop straight down, but Dapper can't force it in. It is just one good shot away for CLG from them tying this game up, but now they've got to start looking at the clock. 2 minutes remaining here. Dapper tries to set it up, but there is nobody around. Timmy will be a distant second to that ball. Team play coming out. Incredible from Allegiance.
Yeah, wow, look at this guy. How fast this was able to build up Illusion. He spots Timmy to the right. Also baits in a defender, and that is just a wonderful pass there from Seabass to put that right on top of his teammate there. There's nothing that goalie can do. And this all started from a pass looking in the center for their teammate, and nobody was there to follow.
Allegiance just sat back and absorbed all the pressure, every single shot from CLG. And once the super meter was full, they just launched forward with an incredible team play. Could that be it? 2 goals now, 100 seconds remaining. CLG need to find a response. Dapper just over the top, but it's over to Miho. Shot not on target, double demo. Illusion by himself. This is a great opportunity now for CLG. That will be 1 goal brought back.
Yeah, and that is how you do it, that double demo. Look at this. Oh, that first 2, they just lined up for him.
Dapper gets the goal from an incredible play from himself. And it's quite quick as well, 90 seconds. That will keep the play nice and open. Allegiance, I don't know if they can just shut in on this one. Dapper now to the corner, unchallenged. We saw Allegiance very shaky towards the last game. Will it happen once again? Ball played out. Opportunity for Timmy. He wants to come in, tries to lay it up for a teammate, but Dapper is all the way back, and Miho is in no position to take a shot. Tyler now up. Gonna go over to Timmy. Can't quite make good contact. 1 minute remaining now. Just over to the side. Here is Miho. He's got Timmy as a target. Timmy turns around. Nobody is back, and it just rolls all the way up. Physics doesn't even want CLG to get this right now.
Oh,
They've
this
got
could be a huge
45
overcommit.
seconds.
Look,
now,
it's the 1-1.
Seabass gets over the top, but that's going to be another demo from Dapper. 38, drops straight down. 1 more goal could finish this for Allegiance, but now it's launched yet again. Miho, he's got Timmy over to the side, but he plays it straight down the middle. Not a great touch, though, from Seabass. Oh, it was played over to Seabass, who was able to get it away. Timmy with the pinch. Down to 20. Miho looking to try and get infield. It's on the line. Someone take a shot, but nobody there from Counter Logic Gaming. 15 seconds now. Illusion to the corner. Dapper can't get enough. 1 more throw of the dice for Counter Logic Gaming. Dapper with an early shot. It will not be enough. Miho takes a loose shot of his own. Once this touches the floor, which it will, ladies and gentlemen, Counter Logic Gaming are out, and Allegiance have booked their spot in Season 6 of RLCS.